The Wynn, $400 day 1B, big day 2 tomorrow. It's almost 6 o'clock, late reg till 6:30. We got multiple bullets in the chamber. We're gonna be playing very aggressive. We're gonna be bluffing. Do not berate me in the chat. Let's see how it works out. Let's bag and tag around 1 a.m. With blinds at 600, 1200, early position opens to 3500 off a fresh 30K stack, a large wager. Middle position flats. I'm next to act with 2 blackjacks and 30,000 in my stack. What do? I contemplate jamming because there's no right way to play jacks. At least I can make one bad decision, but instead I make it 14,000, assuming no one's going to actually flat this and they're going to jam or fold. But the joke's on me because after the blinds fold, both of my opponents call. Let's keep it low, dealer. Flop comes ace 10 5. I wonder if one of them has an ace. We have a third of a pot size bet remaining. Checks to us. I can always rebuy. I'm all in. They both tank fold. The woman on my right claims pocket jacks. I ask her what suit. She doesn't answer. And we scoop a nice pot. Actually a double up. We somehow doubled up. And we're on break with 55,000. With blinds at 1500, single big blind. That's right. There is no small blind because the person on my right busted the previous hand. I am the big blind. Come and get it. Under the gun makes it 4,000. The button calls off 100,000 stack. I'm in the big blind with my 45,000 and look down at pocket rockets. The dream. Do we just call and slow play or do we reopen the action? I can't contain myself and I make it 13,000 to go. Under the gun, wastes no time in shoving his whole stack in the middle. My heart is pounding. The button folds. We snap call and we see the good news, which is ace 10 offsuit, a gift from the gods.
Jeff, my son, you will win this tournament.
Let's hold. No sweat, and we get the double up to 95,000. Feels good. No pots of significance for over an hour. Pretty boring. Hopefully my patience gets rewarded. With blinds at 1,500, 2,500, I'm under the gun with ace queen offsuit and about 90,000 in my stack. Raise it up to 5,500. We only get action from the small blind who has about 200,000 in their stack. And the flop comes. King, Jack, 10. King, Jack, 10. King. That's a straight. Let's hope he's got something. He checks, I bet 5,500, and he calls. Okay, that's good. The turn is a brick, a 7. Unless he has 8-9, then it's a great card. He checks, and we're going to continue betting. Trying to build this pot, I bet 16,000, and he calls. The river is another brick, a deuce. The question is, with about 65,000 in my stack, do I get greedy and go for it all? Or do we try to milk him? Will he call us down with King Queen or Queen Jack? Or is he slow playing a monster? I kind of think he would have re-raised at some point. So I decided to bet 35,000 and he quickly calls. We got the nuts and he does show the Jack 10 out of frustration. Maybe we could have got it all in hindsight with the bigger turn bet and river jam. But we'll take it, and we're on break. 150,000 in our stack, going to 3K big blind. I think 69 players remain.
Nice.
38 bag and tag. Let's try to order a turkey sandwich. 64 players remain. Blinds are at 2,000, 3,000. Asian male, age 30 to 50, opens the button to 6,000. I've been playing very tight. Time to change gears. He has about 300,000 in his stack. I have 140,000. We make it 20,000 to go. Big blind folds. He thinks for a while before wagering all of his chips, and we fold. 2 hands later, there's an early position open to 6,000. I'm in the cutoff with pocket jacks. What do we do here? Just shove? Of course not. We make it 18,000 to go. We're looking for action. And action, we do not get. He folds and we take down a pot. It's all about timing in this game. 2 hands later, I look down at ace 4 offsuit. Usually a fold, but let's turn up the heat. Make it 7,000 to go. Big blind calls. Flop comes horrible. Jack 9-8 rainbow. He checks, we check. The turn's an ace, and he quickly bets 8,000. Now, think about this. If he's putting our range on a lot of ace X, Why is he betting? Because he has a hand better than ace-x? Can I just fold right now? Is this the maximum exploit? I don't think so, Tim. We put in the call. The river is a 5. He quickly bets 18,000. What's he repping? A hand that's better than ace rag. We stubbornly put in the GTO call, and of course we're wrong. He has jack 8 offsuit. Just fold next time. Lesson learned. With blinds at 2,000, 3,000, I'm under the gun. We're getting active. Look down at pocket 10s. Make it 7,000 to go. Middle position calls, small blind calls, big blind calls. Let's keep it low, dealer. And the dealer does keep it low. 9, 8, 3, 2 spades. Seems like a great board to c-bet unless someone has a set. I bet 14,000. Middle position calls and the blinds fold. At this point, I'm putting my opponent on a set or a flush draw. No spade, dealer. The turn is the 3 of spades. I check it to my opponent and he bets 30,000. Before looking back at my hand, I don't remember what suits I have. I decide if I have a spade, I'm going with it. If I don't, I'm folding. I look back and I do not have a spade. And so we fold. And slightly tilted, I say, show me a bluff and I'll give you $5. I fold my 10s face up and he shows me queen jack of diamonds and I pay him $5. Blinds are still 2,000, 3,000. Folds to me on the button. I have ace of clubs, 9 of hearts. I make it 6,000 to go. Small blind folds. Big blind shoves all in for 31,000. 10 bigs. What do you do with ace-9 off here? You could have a wide range, a lot of Broadways, small pairs, ace rags. We put in the call and we see the bad news. 2 blackjacks. The flop comes 10-5 deuce. All clubs. We got the nut flush draw, but the 7 of hearts on the turn does us no good. We're looking for a club and a club does not come. Instead, the ace of hearts hits. We eliminate a player and we got momentum back. No more tilt. With blinds at 2,000, 4,000, I ordered a turkey sandwich. $21, actually good value in retrospect. One of the best turkey sandwiches I've ever had. I step away from my turkey sandwich because I have kings under the gun. I make it 9,000 to go. Everybody folds except the big blind who flicks in a 5K chip. No ace, dealer. Flop comes ace of spades, king of spades, deuce of diamonds. He checks, we bet 8,000, he calls. The turn's the 3 of spades. My opponent tanks and leads out 13,000. What's he repping, a flush? 4, 5, ace 3? We just call in position, hoping for a deuce or 3 on the river. One time, deuce or 3 does not come, instead it's the case king. We hit quads again. I'm hoping my opponent value bets their flush. Instead they check. What do we put him on at this point? Ace 3, ace deuce, 4, 5? Gotta think he'd bet a flush. Question is, what size do I choose? I choose 45,000. My opponent has a lot of chips. He could spare 45,000. He thinks many minutes. Eventually mutters under his breath, what bluffs do you have? I could have like queen jack, 1 spade, something like that. He eventually folds, offers me $5 to see the bluff, and if you're watching this vlog, no bluff, sir. Not while eating a turkey sandwich. And we move on to the next hand. With blinds at 2,000, 4,000, Agro Floridian, father of 3, 36-year-old male with a iced out AP watch, Audemars Piguet, if you don't know, allegedly. Makes it 8,000 to go. In early position, we're in middle position with the pocket rockets. Still eating my turkey sandwich. I reach for 3 betting chips, a sign of strength historically. I make it 21,000 to go. Is he gonna respect the turkey sandwich? He shoves all in. I snap call. He's got pocket 9s. Let's hold. Almost a 300,000 chip pot. 10 starting stacks. Nearing the money. We do hold, and we got some chirping chips after I finish my turkey sandwich and wash it down with a combination carrot watermelon juice. Delicious. The right amount of sweet. Get one the next time you're at the Wynn and thank me later. The same 30 to 50-year-old Asian male on my right who's had a bad string of luck. Limps in the small blind at 2K, 4K. I check back the king 3 offsuit. The flop comes king 10, 9. He checks. We could bet here, but let's just check it down. You know, check for a little deception with our top pair weak kicker. He can have a lot of 2 pairs, queen jack, better king, who knows. The turn brings the 3, bringing the double flush draw, hearts and spades. So we double block the flush draws, but he bets 10,000. I think there's a lot of action killers on the river, and I could be semi-bluffing here. with all the draws present, like a gutter and a flush draw. So I just make it 75,000 to go, covering him. He shakes his head and puts the chips in, and we see the good news, which is 10-9. Two pair versus two pair, blind versus blind, a cooler in my favor. The river does not improve him, and he's eliminated, and we're about 8 people from the money. Let's make day 2. Feels like no bubble pop. Backpack on, backpack on. Woo! We did it! That's it. There you go, boom. Raise a few pots, nearing the bubble. Nothing exciting happens. Some people busted some other tables, and just like that, 38 players remain. We're coming back to day 2. Exactly 400,000 in our stack, 13.3 starting stacks. What a rush. Bagged and tagged.
Bag and tag.
Big day 2. Will I bring home the Wynn trophy and a 5-figure score? The Wynn. $400, 100K guaranteed, day 2. Let's find some good spots, apply some pressure, chip up for this big final table, and take it down. I have a great feeling about this one. I can already see myself with the trophy in the winner's pit. No chops, no swaps. Oh, I gotta wait. One more person, that's right. Pretty uneventful first hour or so, until with blinds at 4,000, 8,000. Got Kathy Liebert to my right with 600,000. I got 344,000. She raises to 24,000. From the small blind, I look down at ace king of diamonds and a Kornikova. Beautiful spot to 3-bet. Make it 70,000 to go. I could be doing this and folding 2 jams with a variety of holdings. And she does, in fact, jam. We snap call, and we see the great news, which is ace, queen, offsuit, a cooler. Let's hold for a 700,000 chip pot. 45 players remain. You gotta win these. We hold, and we got a mountain of chips, and we're on break. I think this is the one. With a 12,000 big blind, Asian male age 40 to 90, in early position limps, who has been doing this with some weaker holdings for sure. I'm not too worried about the limp raise. Folds me in the cutoff. I look down at Alan Jackson of clubs. Of course, we're going to raise it up to 35,000. Everybody folds. Asian male limper puts in the call. We're off to see a flop of 9-6 deuce, 2 clubs, 1 spade. Great flop for Alan Jackson of clubs. He checks. I bet 35,000, and he calls. The turn's an 8 of spades. Better card for his limping range. He's going to have a lot of middling hands, and he leads out 50,000. Obviously, we're never folding. The question is, are we ever raising it? Probably not in position. So we put in the call and hope for a club on the river. And a club on the river we get. The 3 of clubs. I'm just salivating at the amount he's going to bet into me. And then he checks. The question is, how much will he call? Or can I bet small enough to induce a check raise? Pretty rare. Probably better to just figure out the most he'll possibly call in this spot with a maybe 1 pair or a 2 pair type holding. I settle on 150,000, and after much deliberation, he puts in the call. He has 5-7 of spades, and we win a monster pot. We're at about 1 million chips. The very last hand of 12K big blind. We're about to go on break, but that doesn't stop me from making it 25,000 in early position with the queen 10 of spades. Same Asian male, age 40 to 90, defends in the big blind off of a 600K stack. We got a milli. In the flop comes queen, queen 6. He checks, I min bet, trying to induce. We got the board pretty locked up. He puts in the call. 12,000 more in the middle for us to win. The turn's the king of diamonds. He checks, I bet 35,000, and he check raises to 106. Oh my, I think he has a worse queen. We're gonna have him out kicked and stack him right now, right here. I just call in position, and the river brings the ace of diamonds, one of the worst cards in the deck. Jack 10 gets there, diamond draws get there, but he checks. Now I know intuitively you're like, Boski, Bet your trip queens. Well, my kicker no longer plays, and what worse hands are gonna call me after he check raises the turn? I can't think of many, so we check back and see the surprising news, which is Queen Jack offsuit. We got lucky to catch the runner chop, and we're on break. About 1 million in the stack with blinds at 15,000, 25,000. Field's getting tougher. We got Dustin Lee opening under the gun +1 to 40,000. We got nice Asian male 50 to 90 flats in late position. I'm in the small blind with King 10 of diamonds. Time to make a move. Not only is it a great time with such a hand, it's a great time because my turkey sandwich has arrived. 9 out of 10. Perfect, delicious. I make it 140,000 to go. Big blind folds, Dustin folds, 50 to 90 Asian male folds, and we take it down. And believe it or not, that was the most exciting hand for those 2 hours. We're now down to 17 people. We're almost at the final table. Over $30,000 up top. Will I be the one? Hit the subscribe button to find out. It's free. There you go.
Thank you for the sandwich.
No problem. With blinds at 15,000, 30,000, got about 1 million in my stack in the big blind when action folds to the cutoff. Same 50 to 90-year-old Asian male who raises to 180,000. Now I do have some sizing tells. 5 to 6X is usually hands like King Queen, pocket tens, Ace Jack, stuff like that. So after he makes 180,000 and I look down to King Queen off in the big blind, I'm not too excited about it, but can I really fold? Maybe I can, but you know, we didn't come here to fold. I put in the call. The flop comes. Queen of clubs, 10 of clubs, 3 of diamonds. I check and I'm ready to get it in. The pot is already bloated. To my surprise, he checks back. Looks like he's got a hand like ace king, maybe pocket nines. When the turn brings the 8 of diamonds, we got 2 flush draws out there. I contemplate betting, but part of me just wants to, you know, keep this pot small. I check and he checks back. Okay, deuce on the river, 1 time, dealer. And the river's the jack of diamonds, bringing the backdoor diamonds. We do have the king of diamonds and the queen of hearts. I don't see much reason to bet. He can still have ace king. So I check and he quickly bets 200,000. I don't think calling is going to be the solution unless he's turning a small pair into a bluff. I contemplate shoving all in. We have the king of diamonds, a very crucial card. Flush blocker, straight blocker. We could even have a 9 here, but ultimately I fold, ask if he has ace king, and he shows me pocket jacks. Nice river, and we move on to the next hand. 17 players remain with blinds at 20,000, 40,000. 30 to 40-year-old Caucasian male with a military cut opens to 80,000. He's been very active. He does this thing where he looks at the clock before he opens. Like the blinds just magically go up all the time? I don't know. Maybe he's randomizing. I look down at Alan Jackson of diamonds in the cutoff. I contemplate a flat, a 3-bet, or a jam. I decide with option A and call. Everyone folds and we're off to see a flop of 10 of diamonds, 9 of diamonds, 3 of hearts. He bets large, 150,000. Do we call or do we jam? Well, just in case he has a hand that, you know, we completely dominate, like Queen Jack or King Jack. Let's get it while the getting's good. Give ourselves 2 chances to win. We do cover it. I'm all in. He's not happy about it, but he puts in the call, and I believe he shows me ace 10 of spades. Not that it's relevant. We need a diamond or jack him. The turn is a diamond, and he's dead. We got 2.2 million in our stack. 16 players remain. Battle for some small pots, and eventually we are down to the final 10. 2 tables of 5, short-handed, my favorite. Very friendly, same 50 to 90-year-old Asian male opens. All in, 475,000 at 50K big blind. I'm on the button with the King Jack of clubs. 2.2 million in my stack. Let's take them out. I ISO all in, the blinds fold, and we're up against pocket 7s. Let's flip. Flip. Jack. 2 clubs on the flop. Brick on the turn. And a club on the river. He's eliminated. Shake his hand. Good game, sir. It was a pleasure. Hopefully you enjoyed the turkey sandwich. And we made it to the final table with 2.9 million. I think we're tied for the chip lead. Let's do some work. Over $30,000 up top. 8 players remain at this illustrious final table. Almost 500 entrants, and here we are. Things have not gone so well so far. I open and get 3-bet, and open and get 3-bet, and I never have a premium. But that's all good. We'll find some good spots. With blinds at 30,000, 60,000, I look down at pocket fours in the cutoff. Make it 125,000 to go off a 2.5 million stack. Small blind, snap jam, 660,000. The last level before 40-80. Just judging by the speed and my history with this player, I don't think he has a premium. And if he doesn't have a pair, it's time to flip. He might even have ace-deuce suited, ace-3 suited, pocket threes, pocket deuces, which we dominate, but it's most likely a flip. Plus all the dead money out there. We cover, pay jump, let's gamble. It is in fact a flip. He has ace-queen. Let's keep it low, dealer. Keep it low, dealer. The dealer keeps it low until the river spikes his ace, he fist pumps, and we double him up. Feels bad, man. Can't let the small losses get you down. It's all about the grand scheme of things. Butterfly effect. Stay positive in the face of adversity. 7 players remain, with blinds at 40,000, 80,000. Under the gun, 4 million chip leader opens to 175,000. Player next act with 3 million, who's been pretty aggressive, makes it 425,000. Under the gun and under the gun +1, I'm on the button with ace, queen of clubs, and 1.8 million. What do? I use a time bank. You want to be balanced in your usage of time banks, not only for tough spots, but for slam dunk spots if I had aces or kings here, for instance. But I have ace-queen suited, facing under the gun 1 and under the gun 3-bet. I think long and hard and decide to wait for a better spot, and we lay it down. Under the gun calls the 3-bet. The flop comes ace, queen, deuce, brick, jack. They check it all the way down, and they have ace-9 suited and ace-10 suited. And we just would have scooped a huge pot pre-flop. But, you know, that's poker, folks. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. Never again. The blinds at 40,000, 80,000. Dustin Lee is in the small blind. Chip leader's in the cutoff. Chip leader makes it 160. Dustin shoves for about $1 million. Chip leader calls with ace king. Dustin has queens, and we got video. Chip leader hits, and Dustin is out, and now we're down to 6 players. Over 7 G's locked up, but we got our eye on 30,000 and that trophy. With blinds at 50,000, 100,000, I have 1.6 million in my stack. Under the gun, I look down at the Cowboys, the Brokeback Mountains. What a dream spot. Do I shove, or do we try to induce a little action? Oh yeah, we make it 200,000 to go. Cut off with about a 1.4 million stack. Quickly flats. The same ace-queen player who beat our fours. And we're heads up to a flop, no ace dealer, and the flop comes ace-queen 4, 2 spades. Well, if you think about it, he shouldn't have many aces. I'd assume most aces are just shoving pre. What aces are flatting in this spot with 2 other similar 1.5 million stacks? 6-handed. I mean, the only ace I would be scared of is pocket aces, and now there's one on the flop, so that's less likely. Not too much reason to bet, so we check our kings, and he checks back. Could have a hand like king, queen, queen, jack, maybe some small pairs that didn't jam pre. Who knows? The turn is the ace of hearts. Great news. There's only one combo of pocket aces left, and if we just run kings into aces, so be it. No reason to bet. Check, and he takes a little stab, 150,000. He could definitely be doing this with a queen for value, or maybe some other 2 pairs. So I just call. The river's a deuce. No flushes out there. And I check, and he bets 325,000. Is he milking me? Can we fold kings here? A little too under-repped. At this stack depth, I started the hand with 15 blinds, and here we are. I put in the call, and I see the bad news, which is ace-10 of diamonds. Congratulations, perfect run out. I mean, you gotta be grateful that he didn't shove pre, or else I'd be down to like 1 or 2 blinds. Let's find the run good. Everything's gone wrong at this final table. It's our time to shine. The very next hand, I'm in the big blind. 100,000, 100,000 with about 800,000 back. Action folds to the button, who shoves all in for 3 or 4 million. The small blind has about 1.5. He folds, and we look down at Alan Jackson. Finally, we got a good spot. I put in the call, snap it off, pull out my phone, and record. He's got the ugliest hand in poker, ace-6 offsuit. And here's the video. Alan Jacks.
You're in way better shape than
Awesome. Clean. Nice. Fucking disgusting. 6 on the turn, no help on the river, and we're out of the Wynn. $400, 100K. In for 400, out for 7,200. Winning almost $7,000. Never felt so bad, man. Really wanted to get this trophy, but that's poker. A brutal game, especially tournaments. If you want to play tournaments, sign up on ACR. Use promo code Boski on your first deposit, and you can play 10, 20, 50 tournaments in a day and lose repeatedly, instead of playing for 2 days and only losing once. See you on the tables. I play as Jeff Boski. Watch me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Jeff Boski. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're trying to get to 100,000 subs. And we're out.